morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is Monday, March 24th, 2025. Where is the seat belt? Oh, Jesus. Must be stuck in this door. There we go. How y'all doing this morning? I'm doing all right. I don't feel like going. Of course, you already know why. I've gotten to the point where I hate this job. I've gotten to that point. I didn't feel like this, but I feel like this. I hate it. I hate going. I hate being around these phony ass, messy ass mofos. I just don't feel like going. But I must go because I have bills. And it's cold. And windy. And I mean, it is windy. Windy. Look at this garbage can in the middle of the alley. I don't know why I put this hat on. It's just gonna blow off. But my hair is, she pissed me off. And this is what makes me keep saying that I want to get my hair braided, because I just don't know how much longer I want to deal with the inconsistency. She's been consistent for a minute. She really, really has. But my niece and my sister were supposed to get their hair done too. And my niece took her braids down. She said her hair was all over her head because she canceled on all of us on Friday. And you know, she's going through menopause, and I know it's real, and I know every menopause affect women differently in different ways. But all the years of being a stylist, she's now having problems with her hip from standing, you know, all not sitting properly and stuff like that. It just makes me want to go get my hair braided. It really, really does. I'm not ready to cut it all off, because that would be the next thing, to cut it real short. But I don't want to. I really don't want to do that. But I don't know. She just trying to get her to be there. And she literally lives up the street from me, and we live up the street from the beauty shop. All I needed was a wash and her to put this ponytail back on. And she just, I don't know. She always talking about she don't have no money, she broke. And, you know, somebody else gave me another stylist, but they're a little bit further away. This is literally around the corner from my house. Even if I went down here to this girl to get my hair braided, you know, she don't live, it's still over this way. But I'm really thinking about getting my hair braided. I really, really am. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I've never had braids, but this is the kind of stuff that make me say, I need to get my hair braided. I'm really considering it. Even if I just do it one time and don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? If I just do it one time and don't do it again. I just want to do it just to see if I would like it. I don't know. I'm getting tired of the ponytail in the way, but then I really like the ponytail. I'm so indecisive. I'm very, very indecisive. So anyway, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. This hat is not on right. I'm going to try to fix it. But like I said, my hair look bad to me. I don't think my head is big enough for this hat. But happy Monday to you all. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I had a decent weekend. I had a good weekend. You know, I went on the party boat thing. I mean, not the party boat, the party shopping trip. And I wanted to tell you all about that. But first want to say a little prayer for all of you all that may be going through something, or, you know, if you got a birthday you're celebrating, happy birthday, anniversary, promotion, something good that happened in your life, congratulations. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say congratulations, happy birthday, happy anniversary, whether it be marriage, relationship, job. I hope that God grants you more peace and blessings and more wonderful years to come. If it's your birthday today, or if it was your birthday last week, happy birthday. Or anybody in your family, happy birthday. And I also want to send a lot of love and a lot of blessings to all of you all, praying for you all. I hope you all will continue to pray for me. And I hope that pray for me that this be a good week for me. You know, you all know I didn't go Thursday or Friday to work. I actually just needed a mental health day. And I was in pain. I don't know how you driving this cab and you just stop. Anywho, traffic is light. Chris is on spring break all this week, so he's on spring break. So he's happy that he gets to sleep in today. He's real happy. I never take spring break off with him because I always take my birthday off and then turn around and take another week in March. I never do that. I keep saying that I'm going to take spring break off 1 year with him, and we're gonna go do something. But hell, next year he'll be graduating, so you know, it is what it is. But anyway, it is spring break, and probably a lot of your kids, grandkids, great-grands are off this week, or maybe they've already had spring break. But in any event, I hope you all, if you are off this week, or have already been off, hope you all did something fun and exciting. So, these lights are bright behind me. This is getting on my nerves. I'll fix that later. See how my hair is just needs to be washed. But anyway, so we went on this shopping trip on Saturday, right? And we went to 3 different thrift stores. So the first thrift store we went to, like I said in my video yesterday that I showed you, I did the collective haul. I'm not a thrifter, but I went because I wanted to see what it was giving, right? So we went to this one thrift store. It was a little bit more higher end thrift store. That's where I bought the Coach purse, and I bought the sweater and the ring. And I like that one much better because it was more kind of like of my speed, of what I liked, as far as, I'm so glad you went around me. I'm driving slow on purpose because them damn lights, big ass truck. So glad you went around. But anyway, so I just wanted to see what it was giving, So it was cool. It was cool. I don't know. The one that was black owned that we supported, it just had a lot of junk in it to me. It was stuff that you could tell that it wasn't new stuff. It was really used stuff. My mother said it stunk to her in there because they had shoes in there, and I guess the shoes that they had in there. You know, that's why she said it stunk to her. I didn't smell it. I have a really sensitive nose as well. I didn't smell it, so I didn't pick up on that. But she said that, you know, it smelled to her. They had those orange sunglasses and that bracelet. I bought that from there. That broke, and that was my fault. I'm gonna try to take it somewhere and get it repaired. But anyway, and if not, you know, I got 1,001 bracelets, silver bracelets anyway. But it just, I wasn't impressed with that one at all. I didn't care for it at all. Then we went up here, up north, where I go all the time. Didn't know they had thrift stores on Milwaukee, off of Ashland and Milwaukee. That one, that I bought nothing, absolutely nothing. And so, you know, everybody was buying more stuff at the higher end, because it was higher end. You could tell that stuff that was given to this thrift store, it was brand new. It was like that Coach purse. That Coach purse, I looked all over at that Coach purse to see if it had you know, like scratches or this or that or the other. Nothing. The inside was real clean. So if I had to go to, and that thrift store was called Her Closet, and if I had to go back to a thrift store, that's where I would go. I like the higher end thrift stores, you know, I really do. If I'm going to thrift, I know some people, they go thrifting and they be digging and I watch them on YouTube. I am not gonna do all of that. I'm not doing that. I'm not digging in no crates, no boxes. I just ain't doing that. First of all, I got enough crap of my own that I don't need really nobody else's clothing. However, I like that little sweater. And my sister bought a pair of pants, and she bought a real cute, like, army fatigue jacket that had like the ruffles at the bottom from this high-end thrift store. And then my mom bought a pair of, and my sister bought a pair of pants. My mother bought a pair of pants and a jacket. And the prices, it wasn't like really expensive. And then when you got to the register, they gave you like 10 or 15% off. So you could tell that whoever donates or resell these clothing, I don't know how to get them. You could tell in this thrift store, even the jewelry, you could tell that it was some people that had a little money. Whereas the black, and only the reason why I bought some, I was gonna buy something from the black owned thrift store, but you could just tell the difference. You know, you just could tell the difference, and I couldn't get with that one because it just wasn't my cup of tea. You know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. And then when we went up, and so anyway, when we were at the thrift store, everybody was like, well, I don't want to spend too much of my, everybody was like, we don't want to buy a whole lot in here because what about if we go to the next one, you know. And let me tell you something, I'm glad I followed my first man and I bought what I wanted to buy, which was that Coach purse, the sweater and stuff, because that was it. I ain't buy nothing else, you know. I ain't buy nothing else. So I'm glad that sometimes you have to follow your first man. You know, you can't say, oh, I ain't gonna get this, I ain't gonna get that, because you don't know what's at the next store. You know, you don't know. And when we got to up here, up north, it was nothing up here. I found a blue Coach purse that was like that plastic. I can't think of the fabric, but it was, to me, they wanted $68 for it. I felt like it should have been cheaper than that, so I didn't get that. But yeah, I just, you know, I didn't find it to be. I was glad I bought what I bought, and I was glad I followed my first mind. People was like trying not to. They were I mean, we really did spend a lot of money on that in that higher end store. But then they went to the black owned one, and they spent a lot of money in that one too. So, you know, it just depends on what it is that you like, or when it comes to thrifting. You know, thrifting just is not for everybody, and I'm one of those people that thrifting, I am not really a thrifter, you know. It really ain't my thing, you know. So but it was cool, but let me tell you what happened. This is why, you know, I talk to you all about this all the time, about trusting people, right? Even your friends and your family when it comes to money. So we go to the higher end thrift store, right? So this group of ladies that were together, it was 3 of them. First of all, I found this to be dumb and stupid, but whatever. So it's three girlfriends that are there, and the one girlfriend is getting ready. She has to go to the bathroom, so she asked her friend to pay for her stuff while she goes to the bathroom with her debit card or her credit card. Well, she pays for her stuff. This is stuff that they did. All 3 of them was really, really silly and stupid to me, in my opinion. First of all, I don't trust nobody when it comes to leaving my debit or credit card with them. Okay? I just don't. First of all, if you had to go to the bathroom, you should have went to the bathroom and told them people to hold your stuff up at the front, and then came and got in line and paid for your own stuff. That was number one. That was dumb. But anyway, the young lady paid, the girl, woman, whatever, pays for her stuff. Why she walks away from the counter, I don't know why. She comes back. They handed her the card with the receipt, and now they can't find the credit card. So everybody's all in the store, because it was a bunch of us all in the store, looking all on the floor, and we all looking for this credit card, right? So I was like, I was real puzzled. I said, so you walked away from the counter and left a card sitting on the counter? Like, who does that? But people are so trusting of people. People think that nobody will steal from you. Bullshit. People will steal stank off of shit. They will. When it comes to money, I've said this 1,001 times. Let me tell you something. 2 things that people do that is weird and I lost the band-aid. That is weird and strange. Is people will people go crazy over food. If it's a lot of food, they'll take your food home, wrap your food up, all of that. Okay, that's the first thing that they do. The second thing is when it comes to money. Those 2 things, food and money. When it comes to food and money, you cannot trust people. I'm just telling you. People, if they see a whole bunch of food, they just feel like they got to take it home. You know, they feel like they just got to take it home. You can't trust people with your money. You just cannot. So she walks away from the counter, And that just was weird to me. I'm like, why would you walk away from, I mean, these are women that were older women. This one woman, the one who paid for herself, she had her own business. And I'm thinking to myself, you this silly that you would walk away from the counter and a credit card is sitting up here? Or a debit card? So anyway, we were all, so I was like, I went on to I got in line to get my stuff. I'm like, y'all work it out, because this is just dumb to me. This is real dumb. So she's taking all her stuff out of her pockets, her purse. She's all stressed, looking for it or whatever, right? So the girl who it was her card, she was like, well, what happened? Why did you walk away or whatever? She said something. But see, here's the trick. The other girl who was there with them, she distracted the girl who was paying for the stuff, right? To show her something. So she turns around and looks at whatever this girl is showing her. Well, that was the plan, to distract her, because the other girl who was with them ended up stealing the credit card. Now let me tell you how we found that out. So we get on the bus. So before we leave, the young lady whose card it was, they said everybody that was in there who had Chase Bank or Bank of America or whatever, said, you know, you can go to the app and put a lock your card so that it can't be used. So that's what she did while we was there. So we get on the bus. Going to the other thrift store, right? We get in the thrift store, and this is when we were doing boots on the ground, where them fans said we were doing the line dance that you all saw. So everybody in there dancing and everything. So the other girl that was with them, she got here early again today, honey. I ain't playing with these people. So the other girl that was with them, she said, so everybody doing that line dance, right? So she was in there buying some stuff from the thrift store, right? So when she comes in and she sits down with this bag. So as she's sitting down with this bag, all of a sudden, the card appears. She says, this is weird. I just looked under the couch, and look, here go the card. The card wasn't lost here, bitch. The card was lost at the first thrift store. So all along, her girlfriend, her friend, had her debit card. And once she realized that her girlfriend had locked the card, then once she realized that the girl had locked the card, she was like, oh, well, I ain't gonna be able to use it, so I'm gonna act like I found it, under the couch. And everybody was looking perplexed, but everybody had the same thought process, like, bitch, you stole it at the first thrift store. I'm going to say this to y'all, and I'm going to keep saying it. And I said it to y'all a couple of weeks ago about my scratch-offs with my niece. I love my niece, but do I think my niece wouldn't keep my money off of my scratch cards? I love my uncle, but I would not trust him to be in my house and I had money in my house. I would not. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep saying it to y'all over and over and over again. When it comes to money, you cannot trust nobody. And you know, I wasn't always like this, but I've had people take money from me. I've had people not pay me back money. And so when it comes to money, nope, I don't trust a motherfucker when it comes to money. I don't. When people have a free opportunity and they're dishonest, they will steal from you. People that you would think would never steal from you, like, you know, Angel wrote in the comment talking about her situation with her brothers about money. Same thing. Somebody died in the family and there's money to be split on an estate or whatever. You will see the true colors of your own siblings. Okay? Of your own siblings. You will see the true colors. That's why I told my mama, hey, start writing down now what you want, who you want to get what. Because, see, I'm not finna fight with nobody when it comes to money. Okay? I'm not. So, I'm telling you all this right here and right now. Stop trusting people when it comes to your money. You think you can trust your girlfriends? You cannot. You think you can trust your kids? I don't think you can. And when I say this, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because this is a real thing. I know and I believe in my heart of hearts that Christopher would not steal from me. But if he thought that he could get away with it and he needed some money, you think he ain't gonna take it? I mean, I'm just being honest. He might ask me like, Mama, you know, I need some money. You know, can you help me out or whatever? But I'm just telling y'all, you just got to be really careful when it comes to people. You know, you think these people are your friends. What kind of friend is that? You see everybody is in an uproar trying to find this girl's debit card. And you know your black ass got it. Why would you even take it? See, and the girl whose card it was that went to the bathroom, why would you leave this is your money. Why would you leave your card with this woman? Why would you go off to the bathroom and leave your debit card for her to pay for your items? See, people don't know how to handle your own business. Handle your own business. You got to use the bathroom? Wait. And more than that, as the girlfriend, I would have told her, no, I'm not. I don't want to be responsible for your card. You know, I don't want to. No, you just gonna have to pay for this before you come out the bathroom. No, don't give me your card. I don't want to be responsible. See, Nah. I would have told her, nope. I'd have been like, I'll wait. We'll wait for you to come out the bathroom for you to pay for your stuff. People are too trusting of other people. People are too trusting. And if that had been me, I would have paid for my stuff and then went to the bathroom. But you trusted somebody with your livelihood, your debit card, to pay for your stuff. That was stupid. But see, once again, goes back to what I said and what I continue to say. We trust people too much. We trust people too much. We think that people won't steal from us. They will. We think people ain't gonna stand in our face and tell us a bold-faced lie, and they do. They do. She knew damn well that she had that card all along. And this was her girlfriend. They were together. 3 of these, they came on the trip together. So see, now that I know that this particular girl is a thief, we're supposed to be going on another trip to Galena, thrifting in Galena. I've never been to Galena, Illinois, so I want to go. But now that I know that about this girl, if she goes, I'm going to tell my mama and my sister, don't leave your bags on that bus, because she's a thief. Now we know. Now you know. But you can't trust people. You cannot trust people. You cannot trust people. I know we want to trust people, and I know we want to believe that people won't steal from us, but they will. They will. Oh, girl, that's my girl. She would never. Okay. Believe that if you want to. Believe it if you want to. You have to be careful. You just have to be really, really careful. And it's sad to say this, but this is the honest to God truth. People will look you dead, square dead in the face, and know they have stolen from you, and still kick it with you, still hang out with you, and know that what the shit that they have done to you. I'm telling you. You know, we don't want to believe that people will steal from us, right? We don't want to believe that somebody would be dishonest with us and that they would steal from us. But people steal. They stealing every day. Every day. And like I said, they'll stand right there in your face and act like they, oh, no, I didn't see it. You got everybody in this store looking for this card, and bitch, you over here with the card in your pocket. And the reason why she gave it back to her, because she couldn't do it. Because she couldn't do nothing with it. I just, child. We had one guy that went with us, and he was flirting with me. Not overly flirting with me, but you know, you could tell like when somebody like you. It's just you just pick up on the energy. He was cute. He was real. He wasn't bad looking at all. He was cute. But I was like, And he sent me a friend request. And we know a lot of the same people. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I ain't dating nobody. We can be friends, we can kick it, we can hang out, but I ain't having sex with you. You ain't coming over to my house to lay up in over here. I'm not doing none of that. I'm done with that. Ain't that I don't desire to be with somebody in an intimate way. I just don't want it. I don't. Nope. So he was flirting, but I gave him no playback. I didn't give him like anything to think that I was interested. I was just cool. He was just talking about, different stuff, right? And he kept coming around me. He kept standing around me. And I picked up on that he was interested. But I wasn't interested to the point where I was like, hey, well, maybe we, I gave him nothing to let him know that I was interested in him at all. Like I said, he wasn't a bad looking guy. He was tall, my type, thin, had dreads, was not, like I said, handsome guy. But I ain't trying to go there with nobody. So after the shopping trip was over, they were all going to hang out at this bar, not too far from my house. So she was telling everybody, the girl who organized it, she was like, y'all should all come up there, whatever. I was like, girl, I said, I'm going to get me something to eat because I'm hungry. And I said, and then I'm going home. And that's what I did. And me and my mama left, dropped my sister off. I was like, I'm not driving my sister here and there to get something to eat and bring her back. I was too hungry. I'm like, you got a husband. She called him and told him to come up the door. He's like, oh, did y'all bring him something back to eat? I'm like, you been here all day. Why you ain't had nothing here for something for your wife when y'all got home? I wasn't doing all that. So I dropped her off. We went and got some Chinese food and took it back to my mama's house. Chris was there because he had stayed home, and I ate, and then Chris and I left, and I was just sleepy. We left, we went home, and that was it. And I ain't go to nobody bar. I didn't want to go to nobody bar. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody else. I wanted to go home, take a shower, get in my bed, and go to sleep. And that's what I did. And it was a good day. It was a fun day. But that right there, what that chick did. So when we was walking out, my mother said, you said it. You always say you can't trust nobody. I said, no, you can't. You can't. Let me tell y'all one thing. Let me tell y'all this. There's been a lot of people in my lifetime that I have really trusted. And every time I have really, really trusted somebody with whatever, whether it be my secrets, whether it be something I told them in confidence, money, whatever, they have always let me down. Just saying. I have told people, don't tell nobody about this or don't tell nobody about that. And this is another thing that people will do to you too. I feel like this. When the friendship is over with, all the secrets or whatever I told you, that's over with too. When the friendship is buried, everything with it is buried. But I had a friend who, when she and I was, this friend I told y'all about, we weren't friends no more, she told my business. She was telling my business before then. And I just didn't know it. But you were never my friend if you couldn't keep what I told you in secret or in confidence to yourself. You were never my friend. And if you damn for sure ain't my friend, and you damn for sure don't love me and care about me if you steal from me. And I don't know what the girl said to her or whatever, but I would have checked that bitch. I would have said, you had my car all along. And you knew that we were in this store, tearing this store apart looking for my car. What the fuck did you think that you was going to do with that car? And how are you going to steal my debit card? So I don't know if she addressed it with her or what, but everybody peeped it. Everybody said, no, you ain't just found that card under the couch at another store. And then she was like, oh, that's just strange. That's just strange that I found it over here. No, she took it out of whatever bag and she threw it up under that couch and made it seem like it was there. Because how the fuck is a debit card that was at another location way on the other side of town gonna get over here? And so what did it do? It flew over here and waited for her. It walked over here and waited for her. That's some bullshit. When I tell you I would have called her out on that shit, I would have called her out. I would have said, whoa, 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 wait a minute. You a motherfucking lie. You had my card the whole time. Ain't no way that shit bounced from 159th Street or wherever we was. Where was we at? We was in the suburbs. We was in Country Club Hills. And it's gonna come. It took a plane or something. It walked, it skipped, it jumped all the way up here on 59th Street. Bitch, don't play with me. Don't play with me. And I told my mom and my sister, I said, she must really think people are stupid. I said, because we all know the real lick to what just happened here. And I'm thinking to myself, I know that your friend can't be this dumb and this slow, but she is a little dumb and a little slow that she left her car with the other girl, to pay for her stuff. And the other girl who paid for the stuff, she was in just a panic. She was upset because she was like, I know that they gave me the car back, and I left the car right here on the counter. But all of them was stupid and goofy to me. First of all, if you purchased the stuff for her and the lady gave you the car, why didn't you put the car immediately? Why didn't you put the car immediately in your wallet or somewhere in your purse to give it back to her? But you lay it on the counter. So then I was like, well, were they in cahoots? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking, because that didn't make sense. So I'm thinking, well, maybe she put it on the counter for her to grab it. And maybe they were going to buy stuff off of the car. That's what it seemed like to me. It just didn't make sense to me. None of it made sense to me. It was all dumb. All of it was dumb. I was like, okay. It's some goofy shit right here. I was thinking to myself, all of y'all asses is goofy. The girl who left the car and told her to pay for her stuff, goofy. The girl who paid for the stuff and left the card on the counter without putting it away, goofy. And the thief was goofy because she thought that we were gonna fall for that bullshit. That's just so weird that it was under the couch, because there was like a patio area in the store you walked through, because it was a store that was like in a building, like an apartment building. So they must have rented the downstairs space, and then it's apartments above. So the back, they had it all fixed up like it was indoor. They had tents and stuff, and they had, like I said, that little dance floor where they were dancing. And it was, y'all saw it on the video. So there was like little couches for you to sit on. So she gonna say the car was under there. So she was goofy because she thought we were slow. Oh my God. This is another reason. This is another thing Let me tell you something. I had somebody tell me this the other day. Somebody said to me, they said, you a little paranoid and you don't trust nobody. I'm not paranoid. This is what I told somebody. I said, no, I'm not paranoid. I'm aware. I'm aware. I watch shit. I'm very observant. I can put a puzzle together so well. And I know when motherfuckers is lying. And if that girl was that slow to believe that her card flew from 159th Street to 59th Street, so the moral of the story is this: trust no one. Trust nobody. Tell you all this story. This happened many years ago. My mother had, I don't know, might have been $400, $500. I don't know how much it was, but it wasn't a little change. But anyway, she left the money on the table in the den, right? And she accused my father of taking the money. He said, I did not take your money. They had a big old blowout about it. She said, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because it was back here, and I know Cherie and Sherelle didn't take it. I think at the time, if I'm not mistaken, Cherie wasn't even living there. I was just living there. And I was not there when she put the money on the table. So I didn't even see it because I wasn't there. She swore up and down. It was just her and my father at home. She swore up and down my father took her money. He was like, I did not take your money. Oh, baby, they had the biggest blowout about that. She said, yes, you did. You took my money. I can't believe you took my money. You supposed to be, you my husband. You gonna steal from me. He was like, I ain't take your money, Diane. I ain't take your money. It was a big thing. Well, after that happened, it had maybe been maybe 3, 4, 5 years after that happened, that my mother ended up finding the money in her drawer. She had put the money in her drawer, way back in her drawer, and didn't remember that she had put the money in her drawer. She didn't remember that she had did that. So she accused my father. She ended up, I don't know what she was doing in the drawer. I don't know. Maybe she might have been in there cleaning out the drawer and found that money that had been missing for ever. I don't know what the money was for. I don't know if she was going to pay a bill. I don't know if she was saving it. I don't know what she was doing with the money. So she went and told my father. She said, remember that money that I accused you of taking? He was just looking at it. Because when I tell you, I know he remembered, because, baby, they was about to go to blows, baby. Because that's how people are about money. Money and food. People want to go to blows about money and food, but more so money. So she went and she told him. And she was like, I found it. He said, all this damn time. He said, where was it? So she said, up there in my dresser drawer. I had pushed it to the back of my dresser drawer. And I didn't remember. I don't know. She must have went to the bank and cashed the check. It was something. I don't know what the money was for. I would have to ask her. But she thought he had took it. Okay, and she was like, I don't trust him. He probably took mine. I know he took it. Well, nobody else but me and him. What did it do? It just walked off. It just got up with legs and walked off. And that's my point about the car. What did it do? It had legs. You know, it flew over here. It just didn't make no sense. So my mother was upset. My father was upset. I ain't no thief. You accusing me of taking your money? How could you accuse me? I would never take nothing from you. Never take nothing from you. I don't even go down in your purse. I don't do that, which he didn't. If my mother was going to give him something or whatever, he would bring my mama her purse. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't do that. I don't do that. I ain't that kind of man. I can't believe you accusing me. So she had to go, she had to apologize to him, and I think she ended up giving him $100 of the money because he felt so bad. But it was funny, but it wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? But I understood where she was coming from, because just because you married to somebody don't mean that they wouldn't take some money from you. You would hope that they wouldn't. You would hope that your children, your grandchildren, your family wouldn't steal from you, but people do. When people are in a crunch, when people are in a bind, people will take your damn money. They will. I'm telling you. So, it's just like when people go out of town, people say, don't tell people that you're going out of town, because people that have been in your house and been in your house, been through your house or whatever, they're coming breaking your house while you out of town. People, let me tell you something, a lot of robberies and stealing and stuff are usually inside jobs, because people know where stuff is. So usually when your house is broken into, it's somebody that's been there. It might not be them who come, but they'll send people. But they know, yeah, man, he got a safe downstairs in the closet. You understand what I'm saying? Telling you. But I'm telling you, my grandmother, my grandmama, honey, she did not play about you being in her bedroom, because she knew what she had. She knew what money she had in that bedroom, and she did not play. So you definitely have to be really, really careful. You have to be careful. You just have to be careful about who you have in your. You just got to be careful. So be careful. Be smart. Don't trust everybody just because they say they're your friend. Because you see what happened. What I'm telling you about. They girls. All three of them girls. But you gonna steal from one of the girls. But all three of them was, like I said, the shit that they did was damn goofy to me. Because ain't no way I would have let nobody pay for my stuff with my card. I wouldn't even let my sister do that. I'd be like, just hold my stuff till I come out the bathroom. I'll pay for my own stuff. I'll get in line. So it was interesting and eye-opening, and another learning lesson that everybody that claimed to be a friend, it's not. And for me personally, if she had did that to me, she could never come nowhere around me no more. I wouldn't fuck with her at all. We ain't friends. You bitch, you can't come to my house. You can't come to nothing that I have. You steal from me. Let me tell you something. When a person steals from you, they let you know how they feel about you. When you steal from me and you lie to me, you let me know how you feel about me. You ain't got no respect and no regard for me, and you could never be in my presence. And I mean never, because I could never trust you. And I know that woman know that girl stole that car. I know she knows. She don't know, or she thinks she don't, or she trying to act like she don't. She's stupid and slow. But the first stupid, slow thing she did was giving her car for somebody else to pay for her stuff while she used the bathroom. Who does that? People, you better open up your eyes and look at it for what it is. And know this. Everybody that's claiming to be your friend ain't your friend. Everybody say, girl, go ahead. I got you. They ain't got you. They trying to get you. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got you. They trying to get you. They stabbing a knife in your damn back. Because that's some dishonesty. That's some disloyal. That's some downright ghetto mess that her friend did to her. I would never fuck with her again. Never. Bitch couldn't say hello to me. And I know if she didn't put two and two together, if she didn't know it for herself, I hope somebody told her. Girl, that car didn't came all the way from that place over here. Oh, so now we got flying credit and debit cards? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed day today on this Monday, March 24th. I said yesterday that it was March 24th, it was March 23rd. Today is March 24th. So you all have a blessed day, have a great day, have a safe day, and we'll chat again on tomorrow. All right? Okay. And remember, trust no one. No one. But who? You. Trust you. Bye.